All right, what is up, everybody? Welcome into today's edition of In the Game. I am your host, Hustle, and as always, we're going to be diving into the markets, but more so, we're going to be diving into a couple of catalysts that we've seen occurring, but also going on right now in the gaming space in crypto that I think could really set off another little run inside the gaming sector, because we've seen this play out on two different occasions. That when we see the hype from a current game that is playable in the space right now, that this literally has driven markets because of a single product. So I'm going to show you the two examples of this. On top of that, I'm going to go through the catalyst of why this could be something that sets off the gaming space, as well as some news across projects that we frequently cover and that we're invested in. So without further ado, let's get in the game. As always, guys, drop down, hit the like button, and subscribe for more every single day and every single week here on In the Game, one of the biggest crypto gaming channels on YouTube. We are trying to hit that 100,000 subscriber mark. Help us out. Subscribe. Tell your friends where you're getting all the gaming alpha and all the alpha on your favorite gaming tokens as well. Shout out to our sponsors here on In the Game. We have some amazing sponsors here on the show: Vulcan Forged, Ultra, Redato, Dreams Quest. We have Game Starter, NordVPN. We have Uncaged, and we have 96.com. So you can go ahead and check all of our referral links, all of our sponsors down below in the description. I mean, Ultra has Project Citadel coming out. Vulcan Forge is pushing forward the ecosystem like crazy. Obviously, NordVPN always stays secure. So there's value to be had in the description down below. Without further ado, let's actually jump into what we're looking at in the markets right now. But we're not really here to discuss current prices. You guys know, based off the last video, I mean, I'm still very bullish. I think that it's a great time to still be diving into this market. The ETF plus halving catalyst, like, we've never seen this happen before. 70 days now away from the Bitcoin halving. I don't think that there's a better time to at least be stacking up some of your positions. So look forward to that as far as the halving. But as far as today goes, there's a few other narratives I want to discuss. First and foremost, there are two projects that are making more noise in the market than anyone else. Number one is Ronin. Ronin has been on this run here, up 50% over a month. And for a market cap of this size, the fully diluted here is 2.7 billion. So a market cap of this size making a move over a month is pretty solid. What we did just see today is a listing on Binance, which was crazy. Ronin wasn't on Coinbase or Binance. Now it is listed officially on Binance, and it's coming to Coinbase as a part of their roadmap. So this is about to be super accessible. And I think that Ronin, like, they have asserted themselves as that top gaming chain. They have Pixels. They have 𝗡𝗄𝗏, which is doing a play to airdrop right now. They obviously have Axie Infinity. So there's a lot of things going on underneath Ronin. What we saw here today is obviously the good old Bitcoin listing or Binance listing scam. We saw a little bit of a dump here. Pretty expected in the short term. I think, you know, if you really missed out on that entire run, it going from 350 to now 280 in a single day, that's a 20% pullback just like that. So if you missed it, and if you really want Ronin as a part of your portfolio, this is probably a decent time to get involved. And I know a lot more games are going to be announcing that they're coming to Ronin here very soon. So that's number one. They've been crushing it. They just got that Binance listing. I don't think it's official on Coinbase yet, but I do think, once again, if you missed that big run up, it could be a decent time to take a look after such a red candle today on that Binance listing. And then let's get into the one thing I think could truly set off a gaming run, and that's Heroes of Mavia. The main topic of today's show is, so we've seen this occur already with this summer with Echelon Prime and the parallel trading card game, and then the launch of Big Time. And I will show you the charts that correlate with this. And the one thing that makes this a little more mysterious is we don't have the token live yet. What they went ahead and did here with Heroes of Mavia, they gave us the proof of concept. They gave us the successful game. 1 million downloads already on iOS and Android. As you see here, it is actually number one. Let me find that tweet here. Boom, #1 in China on the App Store, on the Play Store. It's absolutely crazy, and things we really haven't seen from mobile products in Web3 so far. And a lot of people are like, it's a Clash of Clans reiteration, but I can tell you, once the economy comes into this, people are already grinding so hard. Wait until the play to earn comes through the door, the Ruby earnings, everything like that, the land, how that factors in. I am so bullish on what's going on at Heroes of Mavia right now, and especially just the metrics. I know that these are legit. You can't fake App Store, activity. And at the same time, the million downloads. I had the pleasure of talking with the team this weekend in person, by the way. As I told y'all on the last show, I love actually doing true due diligence. I don't just go through white papers, download little apps and just check it out. I always chat with the teams behind these products. I actually have the luxury of having a guy that is on the team. One of the co-founders lives in the same apartment that I do. Okay. So I actually went downstairs the other day, chatted with them, and I could not be more bullish. The game is great. The team is top notch. I love the guys that are running this project. They ship updates so fast. And I was with them and they phoned the dev team about a bug. Boom, hung up the phone. They called them back within 10 minutes and it was fixed. Like, this team ships quickly. They're looking out for the community. They're throwing out airdrops to anyone, those first 100,000 players, as well as landowners, stakers, etc. They had the flawless game rollout, which is evident by the numbers here, 1 million downloads between App Store and Play Store. The well-planned token rollout, execute the game first, token second. And that's exactly what's happening. This gets listed tomorrow, guys, and it's going to be on all the major exchanges. Esports teams are flocking in, and that is true. They have so many esports streamers, Web2 mobile gamers ready to come and stream Mavia, which is super bullish. And they're official partners with Kick. Like, I could not be more excited about the things that they've put together, as well as, Rand's excited. When have you heard Rand say that a Web3 game is good? He actually said, I spoke with them last night in response to my tweet. And he said, this is probably the only Web3 game that I have seen that feels ready for the mainstream. And I completely agree. And one of the things that they talk about, Mavia, they know they're going to get the backlash sometimes of, it's pretty similar to Clash of Clans. But Clash of Clans doesn't ship updates. Sorry about that. My camera glitched out there. Clash of Clans does not ship updates the way that a game like Mavia is going to ship updates. Like, Clash is pretty outdated at this point in time. They got decently complacent with where they were in the market as far as mobile gaming. And at that point, there needs to be innovation. And that's exactly what Mavia is going to bring to the table. So for those who say it's a copycat, I actually think that there's going to be so much innovation within Mavia. And as we see some of the feedback here, the feedback speaks for itself, right? Never been a big mobile gamer, but I'm enjoying Mavia. Pretty addicting, fun enough to keep me busy until 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 comes back, which is also a pretty solid game. Jesus Martinez, I jumped on his YouTube last week. I'm going to have to get him on this show. He has some great insights across the space, and he plays all these, new releases and just really gets deep into the space. But he talks about the token details. As we see here, starting price when it lists is 80 cents at a 200 million FDV, 12% initial circulating supply. Exchange listings including Bybit, KuCoin, and Crypto.com. This will be launching at 12 UTC, which is 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I am. So really excited for this launch. And this is official from the Discord. They posted this. They posted the contract address for the token on the ERC and all these details. So let's look at it in comparison, right? We have 1 million downloads on this game. This is all over the timeline. Every single person in Web3 gaming is playing this right now. And if they're not, then they're a pretender, because this is the hottest thing in the space this week by far. Let's look at the numbers. So circulating here is 200, fully diluted, which the diluted for Mavia is going to start at 200 million, okay? The fully diluted here for Echelon Prime is 920 million. So its starting price is 4.6x undervalued versus Echelon Prime. And what happened when Echelon Prime had the ball in their court, right? Like, when the ball was in their hands, the ball, we're going to call the ball the hype, okay? When the hype was in their hands, what happened? $1.28 all the way up to $4. And then the gaming run happened, and they still capitalized on that. But the game was hot in this area, and it went from on the lows, $1.20 up to $4.40, which is almost a 4x within just a 2-month time period. So you could see the catalyst of what it did to this token during that time period. And then big time, this is the infamous game good, rewards are good inside the game. People flock to it, and the token benefited like crazy. As we see here, the circulating is $1.6 billion. And this thing got all the way up to 86 cents, almost 3x from here. So this was, at one point, this was like a $4 billion fully diluted market cap. So you could see the potential of A, they have all the hype in the space, and B, launching at a 200 million FDV, I could see this being pretty healthily valuated upon launch. Like, I'm really excited to see where this thing goes. But it's also interesting because Big Time launched their token on game launch. It saw this massive pump, consolidated, and then saw this second wind. And I know this team with Mavia has a lot in store that they haven't announced yet. So I'm assuming some probably similar price action, like a big pump, a little bit of stability and a sell-off, and then we're probably going to see a second wind whenever this thing gets on kick, the esports teams get involved, and et cetera. So I'm really excited to just see the price action. I would not chase this on that initial launch pump, but once it starts consolidating, I do genuinely think it's one you need to have on your radar, especially with how much hype it has. It could probably do something like this, like a big time pump, sell off, initial investors. Sorry about the connection issues there. It is raining here in South Florida, but I do foresee a listing pump, and then some people take profits for anyone who has like a TGE unlock, and then from there, I think it consolidates, and then we find this new high. I can totally see it happening the same way with Mavia. So definitely keep your eyes on it. And I thought this was hilarious just to cap off the Mavia for today. We got this guy playing on 4 different devices. I mean, that's how I am, I guess. I've been playing on my Solana phone as well as my iPhone. So, and it's as far I'm sitting down at night, my girlfriend's like, "What the heck are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm defending my base. I'm attacking people's bases." So it's definitely fun. If you haven't downloaded, definitely check it out. And I'm watching for the token launch. That's for sure. And overall, it was a great week for the gaming space. Just to go through some quick updates. Today, I'm not going to be going through a bunch of different tokens. I'm going to talk about some news from some of our favorite tokens. But otherwise, this is not the show where I'm going to give you 15 tokens to go and take a look at. I definitely think right now the market's beaten over the head. Like, there's a lot of good value buys out there as far as the gaming markets. Like, if we just filter through, there's so much that, I mean, even Ronin today is down, right? So there's a lot here to kind of take a look at. I think dubs, I think there's a lot of these that are just super cheap at the moment. But let's just kind of roll through some updates here. As I said, it's been a good week. We've seen kind of the crap getting filtered out, and the great teams and launches like Mavia are getting the success they deserve. So those who have seen the ups and downs in the space, I think, know that this has been a pretty good week. And some updates across some of our favorite projects. Honeyland, I couldn't be more bullish on what they're doing over there. And as we see here, this is now live on your browser. So not only on the phone now, you can actually jump in, do your harvests, do your mission, do your tasks, play the mini games, all from your web browser. So definitely check that out if you are into the Honeyland ecosystem. We have Playable Games, one of our favorite studio node ecosystem products, partnering up with a new media agency, Frontier Australia. Obviously, being from America, I don't know too much about this, but at the same time, they have over 20 years of industry experience working extensively across the gaming category during this time period, representing brands such as Activision Blizzard, Warner Bros. Interactive, as well as most recently 2K Games. So I think overall, definitely a great partnership. And I mean, I'm always bullish on Playable. We caught this thing at the bare minimum of market cap and price. And I'm definitely looking forward to see where they take this during the bull. We have Citus continuing to burn ecosystem tokens. And for me, I'm so interested in the Senate token in this ecosystem. I think it's so undervalued. They burned 38,000 of the Senate token. And that's actually, if you look here, totals 36% of max supply, which is pretty crazy. So I'm definitely super bullish on the Senate token. We have Altura, which is adding more features to their SDK. I think Altura doesn't get enough love. We focus on a lot of these other SDK products, but they've been around probably the longest out of all of these plug and play SDK products. So they just came out with consumable NFTs where your options as game devs are limitless. Potions, ammunition, buffs, and other in-game items can now be burned after use without users paying gas fees. So it's like when you use an asset that has a lifespan, it burns on the back end with no gas fees. These are the types of things that new devs in the industry need to know to be able to integrate into their products. On the GambleFi side, we see here Based got a facelift. So a lot of people in the comments section were saying that the Based UI was a little outdated, but I've seen this and I mean, it looks phenomenal. As we see here, they did launched V4 of the aesthetic of the platform, and it looks so on par with other products now in the space, like a Rollbit. It literally looks tit for tat with Rollbit, in my opinion. And you can see the revenue, you can see your affiliates, leaderboards, VIP, futures, poker, slots, casino. There's everything here and more for you to be able to dive into. So shout out to Based, one of my favorite low cap GambleFi plays, as well as BoxBet. So BoxBet still over 100% from where we got in. If you're into sports betting, it's super easy to use. It's just a Telegram bot. You just plug and play. But as we see here, they're buying back and burning 100K in BoxBet this month. This is happening on February 7th. So this is huge. Once again, their goal is to take 75% of the tokens out of the supply. I couldn't be more bullish on BoxBet, and I had a call with their founder this last week. I mean, I'm excited to see what comes through the door, and the plans they have are not like anything else we've seen in the crypto GambleFi side. MetaFighter, the low cap, it's like a 1 million market cap that I've been chatting about a little bit. They actually they won Blockchain Game of the Year award on play-to-earn.com. Play-to-earn.com is pretty popular. MetaFighter, it's like this Street Fighter type of vibe and aesthetic. So, they actually did go ahead and win that award. Shout out to this team. They are having a centralized exchange listing here pretty soon. And I think once that hits, the liquidity and the attention on this thing could definitely rise. So you guys always look for those DGen tokens. This is definitely one of them, but they're doing some pretty cool things. And then moving on to things that are upcoming in the market. Hallelujah. We finally have the My Pet Hooligan token coming through the door. A lot of us have been staking our hoolies for quite some time. And they say at the end of the rainbow, you will find a pot of gold. Well, at the end of the rabbit hole, you will find carrot. So the carrot token is on the way in the My Pet Hooligan ecosystem. Super excited for that. I've literally been staking my hooligans since day one. Aether Games, their token launch is right around the corner. I believe it's going to be during the month of February. So look out for this. They just partnered up with Easy.io, which is an interesting upcoming product I actually kind of wanted to shine some light on too. They just crossed 1 million wallets. And if you go look, one-stop shop liquidity for sellers with a fun and safe raffle system, it's like a marketplace product, but it's gamified. I really like what they're doing. So interesting collaboration here between Aether Games and Easy. And then let's talk about some of our sponsors here on In the Game. We have Vulcan Forge, one of my favorite products in the entire gaming space. They're coming out with their launchpad, just adding to the suite of tools inside of their ecosystem. As you see here, the launchpad is coming this month. They already have 3 projects, or actually 4 projects here. And I believe with this launchpad, they're going to be incubating Elysium products specifically. So that's bullish. If you want access to the games coming to the Vulcan Forge network, this is definitely the launchpad to take a look at. 5% of the all IDOs auto buy and lock peer, and all token transactions burn lava. So as Jamie puts here, they are cooking, and that lava is going to be burning. So shout out to Vulcan Forge. We have Uncaged. Uncaged, once again, a team that's been building for quite some time. I know in this next week, they're going to have some pretty big announcements as far as their path forward, their roadmap as a game studio. So definitely look out for that. And you can actually download the game now on X. We have Dreams Quest, a relic of the past, or isometric games have a long history in gaming. I really love that they post these consistent updates and these different kind of like dev logs, like developer logs, to be able to keep up with their ecosystem. So isometric games, it's something they're kind of going for in the ecosystem. Check out this as well as all of their recent posts. It'll just kind of give you an update on what they're building over at Dreams Quest. And then, of course, use a VPN when you navigate crypto, guys. Every single day, I see a news story online, data leaks, IP leaks, all this different, the amount of data that they're taking from you on the back end. And NordVPN, the top VPN in the world at this point, not even in crypto. You know, we talk about gaming and crypto, one of the best products, right? Well, this is the top VPN in the VPN industry. So they're giving you an exclusive New Year's deal, big discount plus 4 extra month. Please stay secure, fam. NordVPN down below in the link in the description. And then a little bit of play to airdrop before we get out of here. How about that? So I hinted earlier in the month, actually, it would have been at the end of January, that the AI Arena play to airdrop campaign is about to begin. Signups began today. So head over, shoot me a follow on Twitter. I tweet 30 times a day or 10 times a day or whatever the case is over there. And I'm always dropping alpha, 0x Hustlepedia. But if you click on this link in this tweet where I chat about the AI Arena competition, you can actually sign up for Team Hustle so you can compete with me, alongside me, for the NRN tokens. This is going to be 4% of the total supply of this token going to this competition. I think it's going to be one of the biggest play to airdrop campaigns of the year. And if you sign up with Team Hustle, you receive a 2x bonus multiplier on your airdrop. So head over here to my Twitter, sign up for my team on the AI Arena airdrop competition, and let's absolutely run it up. And if you want to keep running it up with us and be in our private community, head over down below, @wap.com/inthegame. Join the In the Game Discord. When we're throwing around alpha, we're throwing around watch lists, we're throwing around portfolios, signals, and more. And we're getting the charts from the sniper team. So it's the best of both worlds. As Dylan would say, you get the fundamentals with Hustle, and you get the science, the technical analysis with the sniper team. So that's going to be it for today, guys. Be sure to drop down, hit the like, subscribe. If you've been playing Heroes of Mavia, let me know. Did you qualify for the airdrop? Are you excited for the token? What do you expect it to launch at as far as that first candle? Where's that trajectory going? And could it be one of those, like Big Time or Parallel, that sets off a little bit of a gaming run? You guys let me know in the comments. Like, subscribe, and I'll be back later this week. As always, play well, my friends.